What's my mother name?
What's up, guys? KW175 back with another Pokémon Duel video, and we are in the Water Gym Cup, even though it's completely over at this point. And I know that, but I still had some pretty incredible matchups that I wanted to share with you guys. I already have them recorded and edited, so why not get the video up so you guys can have some gameplay. And I had a ton of fun in this gym. Some of the most fun that I've had in the gym in a while, and really the first gym that I've really played a lot in over the last 2 or 3 gyms. So definitely have some incredible matchups for you guys to check out, so definitely stick around. And right now we're going up against Boring. Now this is the first of 2 matchups. I actually ran into this player a second time, so this is the first one. I could have lost early on because we both hit water, or if we both hit Waterfall. He hit Waterfall, I get the clutch Hurricane, because with Waterfall nobody takes damage if they're a water type. Well, I don't take damage regardless. I can still knock people out, but like EX Gyarados versus EX Gyarados, if they both land Waterfall, neither of them are knocked out, but you both kind of jump past each other. So the way my goal is protected right now, if he had a Gyarados in range to be able to attack mine and we both hit white, or, you know, if he hits white and I don't hit purple, I lose, no matter what. So definitely had to learn that the hard way in the Gym Cup. I lost on a 9 streak because of that. So that felt pretty bad, but I was able to get this win with the Aegislash. Literally the first time I'm using Aegislash. I pulled the shield form from one of the time boosters. I don't know if it was, I think it was a rainbow, possibly. And then I picked up a sword with the player pass. And this deck is inspired from, or it's a complete copy of OSR's deck, which you should definitely check out his YouTube channel. He's part of the N Guild. One of the best players in the world, in my opinion, in Pokemon Duel. He came in first place in this Water Gym Cup. He's came in first place in League, usually always in contention for the first 5 to 10. Always going for the #1 spot. So I saw the deck that he was running, and I'm like, if OSR is running this, I'm definitely going to run it because he is killing it in the Water Gym Cup. So that's what I went with, and we were able to get the win. So GG to Boring. GG to Boring. We were able to get the win in both matchups. So getting into the next matchup, going up against Blue, and we're going to be seeing things from my perspective. Now I'm running a Sharpedo here. Now this is the deck that I created before checking out OSR's deck, and I only had 2 of the EX Gyarados anyway. So I think I got 1 from the player pass from last month. I didn't climb high enough to get the second one. So I've had to use my vouchers to get the other 2. But with the Sharpedo, it becomes a 3 MP. It can move through other figures as a Mega. And you can also exclude Pokemon with the Gold attack on the Mega if they have a cracked marker. So I thought it was a pretty good figure to run. This is what I was running before I ran the triple Gyarados. And then I'm like, I saw OSR's deck, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to use my player pass this month because it reset to get yet another EX Gyarados. So this was before I made that change to running the triple EX Gyarados. So it's still a pretty good deck. It's still a pretty good deck, and I don't have the Aegislash on here either. So we have 2 Feenies, we have Mew, and 2 EX Gyarados in the Sharpedo and the Mega Sharpedo. So yeah, we got the Zapdos with the 3 MP. Such an incredible buff, even though they're still a little bit weak compared to some of the new figures. With that charge marker to be able to paralyze potentially the entire field, you know, that paralysis is so good with Zapdos. It has a pretty nice gold, and the fact that it can turn into a 3 MP and get that damage buff, I just think it's a great buff that the legendary birds got. So we had to protect against that surround, and we're also secure for protecting ourselves against that muddy water, which they do land. So if it would have just been Mew in the Sharpedo, we would have got sent back a step, and the goal would have been open, and we would have had to use a goal block, which I have a goal block on this deck. I haven't really ran Gold Block for a while, but I definitely feel like you need it at this point. So I'm going to use the Twinkle Tackle. I don't know why they didn't use it. I mean, we have a little bit of gold on the Sharpedo, but I think maybe them using the Twinkle Tackle instead of the Z move on Zapdos would have been a better play. But we were able to get the rolls there. Yeah, we had a little bit of gold, so I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Leave a comment. Let me know if you think there was a better way that the opponent could have handled that. But I kind of feel like they made it a lot easier for us to win. It could have been a little bit harder for us to win that matchup. But we're going to be getting into the next matchup. And we're going to be seeing things from the opponent's perspective. We're just going to call him Dib. And they have a Kartana, which is interesting because of the cracked markers that you can apply with the Sharpedo. You can then send them to the Ultra Space by attacking from range with the Kartana, but they don't have a Poipole, so they only kind of get that one chance to attack from range with the Kartana. But they have a pretty good deck, and they're rushing us down, but we have a Feeny out. But we did the bad thing again. We gave Gyarados a chance to be able to water jump over us, but we get the Muddy Water again. And guess what? I don't even protect against it. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to run up here, and we're going to threaten game, make them goal block. Now I need to cover the goal with Mew, but I don't. I don't cover the goal, and they're going to X-Speed. They're going to X-Speed. And like I said, this was like earlier in the gym. I showed you guys the boring matchups just because we played twice, so I wanted to kind of show those first, and then boom. We lose. Nice little cheese win. And you know what? That might have been my 9-win streak. Yeah. Sorry, I should have double-checked that. That might have been my 9-win streak that I lost. So feels bad, man. But GG. Going up against the D-Clan member, D Santi. Definitely a familiar name. I have seen this name in the featured duels. I'm not sure if we've played before, but we're definitely going to battle it out right now. D versus N. Seeing things from Santi's perspective. Triple Tapu Fini. Even with the Magikarp going for the evolution on EX Gyarados. And the King Shield's going to go off. So having Aegislash here is so good for these Fini because they're so tough to attack into. You have to worry about that Pony Wish, man. You got to make sure that there's no figure in range to be able to take the goal when you attack a Fini, unless you're going to be able to Z-move to negate the blue or use like a no guard. No guard's definitely an option. But X-Speed is going to go off, and well, it's not going to go off, but they use the X-Speed. And X-Speed, really good plate for EX Gyarados, man. Because you're either going to hit that 2-star Hurricane, which is incredible, or you're going to hit a gold white. You know, I mean, you can hit some miss too. Don't get me wrong. EX Gyarados misses way more than it should, but X-Speed, really good plate to run if you're running EX Gyarados. But we're able to get our Aegislash up onto the entry point, and their Tapu Fini is going to advance. And yeah, running that Guardian plate, the new plate for the Tapus. You can use it for the Tapu Fini, Tapu Koko, Tapu Lele. Their misses get a 2-star purple, which is like a final song marker just for the opponent. It doesn't put a final song marker on you, just the opponent. So now I don't even think it's a bad thing to run a level 1 Tapu. You know, whatever you're running. Keep those misses big as long as you got that sphere plate active. You're not going to have a miss, and it kind of helps out with the Z moves as well for that survivability, especially on Tapu Fini. So we're coming in for the attack. We get the Muddy Water. We're definitely going to take that, shove them back, but they have another Tapu Fini in range to just cover up the goal. So then I kind of risk it here, going with the Z move, and look, they hit a miss there, but they have the 2-star purple because of that plate. So definitely helped them out. And now we hit a miss against that Magikarp. Like, what? And we're going to be able to temporarily exclude Magikarp before, you know, any other figure, you just attack it. It's just going to evolve when it gets knocked out. But with the EX Gyarados, able to temporarily exclude it. And then it goes to the PC after. It doesn't even go right to the bench, which is awesome. I don't even think he gets a chance to evolve. Yeah, look, Magikarp, boom, right to the PC, doesn't even get a chance to evolve. So that's awesome. And, you know, we're going to get knocked out there. Mew getting knocked out. We got to cover up the goal with a confused Tapu Fini, which we do not have our Guardian Plate active yet. Come on, K-Dub, dude. You got to get that active. You got the plate. I have the plate. I have it. Just didn't activate it. So I go Mega here just for that extra damage. A much bigger purple. Less miss. And we get the Storm. Yeah, Storm. That's what it is. So... you know, I love EX Gyarados. Such a good figure. I think the Hurricane is better than the Storm because it just sends the battle opponent and then it gives any other flying types weight. So, I don't know. I mean, regular Gyarados is still pretty good though. I mean, Storm's not bad. You can send 2 Pokemon to the bench and give them weight. So that can definitely be good for like situations like this where, you know, you might be adjacent to 2 of their figures. So you can kind of put 2 of their figures on the bench, but... you know, if it's one of the figures are yours, you know, then you got to worry about that as well. So, but we're able to kind of get some surrounds, clear up any threats, and we're back in a pretty good position. We're going to go ahead and backtrack with Mew and, you know, just keep 2 figures close to the goal. And now we're going to come in after this Fini Z moving, so we don't have to worry about the Pony Wish. Otherwise, that Fini's just in range to take the goal, so we cannot attack this Fini without a Z move. And I'm not running any no-guard plates, so going after this confused Manaphy, which was, you know, a great bonus to having that Z move. Not only did we get rid of the Pony Wish, but confusing that Manaphy, giving it a much bigger miss because we did not want them hitting that Manaphy song because they could have moved our Gyarados and won the game. So the only way we could have lost there is if they hit dodge and shifted into the Manaphy song, which was like... you know, less than like you know, a couple percent. So able to get the knockout there on that Fini, and Manaphy's got to get a clutch Manaphy song, and Santi gets the Manaphy song, but we also get the purple to just neutral out that spin. So GGD Santi, we were able to come home with that win, getting into the next matchup, going up against Red. Now, Red is running a 3 EX Gyarados, a Manaphy, Tapu Fini, and the Thundurus. So, Thundurus, really good figure, part of the player pass. And they have the Guardian Sphere as well for the Tapu Fini, and then they have the green, like, reveal plate that you can use to change the Thundurus's form, because there's multiple forms for them. But it has the same type of ability like Vibrava. When you move next to it, you can't attack that turn. Now, I'm going to just move up with this EX Gyarados, attack the Manaphy. Pretty good time to attack the Manaphy. You got to be careful of that Manaphy song in a Water Gym Cup, especially when you're protecting your goal. Now, I X-speed here and I get punished because I thought you couldn't attack the Thundurus. Like, I knew that, but I thought I could still attack the Fini, but, you know, no, it just shuts you down just like Vibrava. So, hey, sometimes you got to... you know, get punished and then learn things the hard way, so I will definitely not make that mistake again. But I'm going to move up with the Aegis Slash and allow myself to get surrounded like a noob. But I don't really care at this point. I mean, we can cycle Pokemon pretty good. Just kind of need to be careful that I don't make too many dumb plays. But Red definitely outplaying me at this point. I definitely allowed myself to get surrounded more than I should have. And now we have 2 Pokemon in the PC, but Aegis Slash is going to allow us to even up the score. And now we both have a Pokemon in the PC, and I'm going to Max Revive. Throw that EX Gyarados out there, and our Aegis Slash gets knocked out back to the PC. So Max Revive kind of wasted at that point. Feels bad. But now we got to be careful. You know, we got to make sure that we don't allow that Gyarados to kind of swing around, attack that Fini, and win. I'm going to jump over, and I'm not going to make that same mistake. And they move in and attack that Fini regardless. So, good thing I covered up the goal with the Mew, because I wasn't sure if they were going to go in for that attack or not. We get that miss. Like I said, man, Gyarados, EX Gyarados, tends to miss more than I would like. Another miss. Like, bro, are you kidding me right now? I was pretty salty about that with multiple misses in a row. But then we get the muddy water. So but we're going to send him right back to the entry point. Doesn't matter because we do have Feeny on the board. Man, we could have got that knockout there, but we're confused. And I'm going to move up Threaten Game. And now they're going to protect with their Gyarados. Now at this point, just whoever kind of lands purple. Now if I'm going to be able to land that Hurricane, clear him off that goal, we hit Waterfall, we jump past each other. With it being 3 MP, can just make it right back to the goal. And yeah, low battery. Make sure I get that charged back up. And yeah, see, we both hit Waterfall. Doesn't matter that I out damage it because, you know, if it's a water type, you don't take damage. So I'm just going to be able to move right back. So I'm going to hop over, attack again, and hoping to kind of get that Hurricane, and we get it. Get the Hurricane. So now they're going to burn the goal block. I'm going to go for it again. And we both hit and miss. Like, what? And now he's got the Feeny out. And I'm like, okay, do I want to go in for the attack again? Do I kind of want to just, like, back up? So I decide to back up. I'm like, I'm not going to get greedy because, you know, it's going to take some luck to get another Hurricane. Then the Feeny's going to be able to jump over and blah, blah. So they're going to use the new special Z move. And, you know, temporarily exclude you, the Guardian Shadow Ball. Just hoping to get that purple. Shadow Ball's a pretty good move. Aegislash, great setup, man. They're both good figures, man. And the fact that you can just keep changing forms. And so we're able to get that clutch knockout there from range with Threatening Game. Gold blocks done for, so GG to red. We were able to come through, and I definitely want to take the goal with Aegislash, and we're going to see the shield form, because yeah, we didn't have the sword form available with the MP range, so, because you know, after that one turn, it becomes a 0 MP, so. Getting into the next matchup, going up against you now, guys. He was on a 9 win streak. I'm on a 10 win streak. Okay, he's definitely ranked up a little bit higher, but it looks like we're both going for our Invincible Trophy. Here's the plates, seeing things from my perspective, and they have a Vibrava. This is the first Vibrava I think I ran into in this gym. Always a good figure to use in the gym if you're struggling with all the 3 MP Pokemon that can just move through figures. So EX Gyarados was definitely an issue in this gym, especially if you didn't have one of your own. So, yeah, we're able to use that X speed, get rid of that Vibrava, and I'm like, you know what? We just got to lose to that Surround because he's going to be able to move up next turn with that EX Gyarados, and I was just like, I didn't want to be in that bad position, so I wanted to get Mew back there. So I'm like, you know what? You can have the Surround. It was just, I don't know. I just didn't want to have to deal with that EX Gyarados running down and Threatening Game next turn without having Mew as, you know, some backup. So I stand by the decision. So now we're going to be able to transform and attack this Tapu Fini, and we do get the knockout. Beautiful. Love being able to attack those Fini from range and not have to worry about the Pony Wish. Huge gold. And I feel like I've landed the gold more than the King Shield. You know, Aegislash is known for landing that blue on the sword form. It's like the whole wheel is gold except for that like little quarter of a section, and it just loves to land that quarter of the section of the wheel, you know, with the blue, the King Shield. So or King's Guard, whatever the blue attack is, yeah, King Shield. So going to transform again, and I'm pretty happy with the position here. We can't move up with our Gyarados because of this Vibrava. We get surrounded, so we're going to get rid of the Vibrava. And now we got to cover up the goal with Mew, because you can see he was in position to swing around and attack that Fini. And if he got the Waterfall and knocked us out, man, we would have been in trouble. We would have lost, because we lost our 9 streak to the same thing, and now we're on a 10 streak, so I do not want to lose this matchup. And Ice Beam up against the blue. We have the entry points. We're in a dominant position up against you. Looks like we should be able to seal the game. So I'm going to move in, try to get the knockout here. And get the dodge. You know, it's kind of like 50-50. Need that Primal Kyogre to land the purple or miss. And, of course, Nala with the Z-move being able to send us to the Ultra Space for, you know, a limited amount of time. So now we're going to max revive. Now I'm going to move in one step here. Okay, I'm going to attack, try to get a knockout. We're not going to. The next turn I wanted to be able to move up with the EX Gyarados and try to set up a surround. So then I can continue to attack with my Aegislash as well. We got to cover up the goal though. Suicune putting in a little bit of work here. Got to be careful. All right, cool. We get the Hurricane. Now we're going to be able to move up here. And now I'm going to take this opportunity to move over and roll the dice up against the Lunala. Because Lunala is known for landing that Moongeist beam, right? Or the Will-O-Wisp or the Miss. And then I'm like, okay, you know what? We're going to Z-move. Now you land the purple. Like, come on, bro. I was getting pretty salty about that, I'm not going to lie. But we get the Hurricane again up against that Vibrava. Got to change forms again, and then I try my luck with the Primal Kyogre. And, yo, we get the Shadow Ball. So, you know, like 50-50. Try to get that purple, and it gets the win. So we're not really getting that lucky. It doesn't even take a ton of luck. Like, we've got some pretty good odds to have these situations work out in our favor, but they're just not going that way. But we do get the knockout on the Lunala, and then they're going to be able to backtrack. So now I'm going to Bright Powder. And I'm hoping, oh man, they get the purple, but we land that King Shield. Oh man, if we could have got that gold, that would have been all over, man. Would have been all over. Well, no, they got the Z move. They probably could have Z moved us, so still got a little bit of work to do. So we get rid of that Suicune, and we do have a surround set up, but that Vibrava is going to be able to block us, and they're moving in with that Tectonic Rage. So boom to the PC, and now I'm going to Corkscrew Crash. I'm like, okay, you know what? We're going to be able to attack here. Let's go. We get the knockout. Now they're going to be able to devolve, but we're going to be able to hop over and avoid getting surrounded. But they just got a lot of defense right here. It's going to take a lot of lucky rolls, but we get the first one. We get the first one. I'm like, come on. Come on, baby. Let's go. Oh, man. And we're able to go neutral because they do have a chain level 10. So lucky for them, they had a chain level 10. Now they just have way too much defense. So had to back up. It wasn't worth it. I don't want to lose my Aegislash. So now I have a chance to attack this Feeny, get rid of the Feeny, and then hopefully I can move in and attack. So they blocked me from taking the entry point, which was a very good play. And then we get a miss. But we don't get knocked out. We just get sent to the bench. So I'm like, okay, you know what? It's time to YOLO. I'm going to move in, just attack, try to get that Z gauge up. And felt like we had pretty good surviving odds at least. So now we're going to get the Gyarados back. I'm going to move up right here, because now I want to be able to just start attacking the back line. And we're pretty close on time. He was about 20 seconds ahead of me. So I want to say, like, when I was at 20-some seconds, they were at like 40 seconds, 45 seconds. So the timer's getting down there pretty good. That's one thing I wish they would just show the time. So now I'm just trying to move really fast because I'm catching up on time. We were like 20 seconds apart, and then we got to the point where we're like 10 seconds apart. So I'm catching up on time, and I'm not moving next to any of his figures up till now when I attack, because that takes a little more time to end your turn. And you know, of course, there goes Nala with the menacing Moonrays Maelstrom, the Triple M. So I'm going to move here, trying to avoid losing any more time. And like I said, I'm catching up on time. We had like a 20-some second, like he had a lot more time. He was like a minute ahead of me at some point, and then we were like 20 seconds, and we were like 10 or 15 seconds. So I was definitely catching up. So I'm going to move up, and I'm like, come on, dude, I've had so many opportunities to win this. This is for the 11 win streak, guys. And then I get a time up loss due to a freaking glitch because I could not make a move. No matter, I tried clicking off everything back and forth, it would not let me move. because my Z gauge was like full or something, so it was that glitch to where you could not move or do anything, and I was so mad. So I just sat there for like 15 seconds and lost all my time. So I can't say GG to that one, dude, because I was so salty, man. I was so close to winning, man. I felt like we had him at our mercy, you know, like we were doing pretty good. We would have definitely won had it not come down to time. So, but we got that glitch, man. It felt bad. So that was our last opportunity to be able to get the 11-win streak in the gym. But we still have another couple awesome matchups to show you guys. So getting into this matchup, stop, you know, whining about my loss, because I should have just played faster to begin with, so I wasn't in that position. And we, like I said, we could have closed that out, though. We could have closed that out with a little bit more luck and favorable spins. So, but Arceus, man, just coming through, destroying us, man. So, got to be careful here. We throw the Gyarados out. We're just not getting any of the lucky outcomes where we could get like purple into the white. Now we have Hydro Vortex. I'm going after the Coco, which, you know, maybe I should have went after the Arceus. I don't know. Because, yeah, they have the... and they bring Coco, which can also cover the goal if I'm even able to push that Ampharos back. Then they come out with the Aegis Slash. So we're just getting beat up. We're just getting beat up this match. With the King Shield. Okay, Z move gonna go off. They turn their Arceus into an electric type. And they get rid of our Mew, dude. I'm just like, I'm done. So I forfeit. I'm like, I'm done. Because I'm like, Mew was it was like such a bad choice with the Z move, you know, because Mew. But it was kind of like 50-50, so... I think my Mew isn't quite level 10. It's like a level 7. I don't know. I can't quite remember, but we're going up against Envy, fellow guild member. Really cool dude. We talk on Twitter and stuff like that. He's running a Crawdon. Has an air balloon, has that clear weight, because if you attack the Crawdon, they're able to kind of move back 2 steps without battling, but it gains weight. But then you use the clear weight, so you can definitely get some cheese wins, especially with it being a 3 MP. And Ace, like, she loves Crawdons, dude. So Ace Cream would definitely love to see this match, see Envy running the Crawdons. I'm sure she probably ran some Crawdons in the gym. But let's go ahead and jump into the matchup. I have the Aegis Slash, so I'm going to be able to come out and attack and get the knockout. Envy's going to cover up the entry point with the Crawdon. We don't have our Feeny out just yet. And running a Swampert. Running the Feeny up, so now we're able to kind of get all our Pokemon onto the field. And this is a pretty fun matchup. Going up, it's always kind of fun to go up against somebody in your own guild, so... yeah, and I thought it was really cool to see him running a Crawdon. We're going to go neutral there. And I'm like, if I lose to this little freaking Crawdon, man, it's like, you just got to be careful. You got to make sure that, you know what's going on. And I found out from playing this, Crawdon can still move back even if you attack it from ranged with the Aegis Slash. So that's definitely something good to know, because it seems like all their like abilities and stuff like that don't really apply when you attack from ranged. But it does say in the description that just anytime somebody initiates a battle, you can choose to move back. So, you know, even though you're attacking from range, it's still initiating a battle. So Crawdon's going to move up, and we get the Shadow Ball. That was pretty lucky. We could have got knocked out there. And we're going to spin them, and we do get the favorable roll there, so that was also pretty lucky. I mean, that's Pokemon Duel. You got to get some luck going. And, yeah, we're going to move in with an X speed, and then we hit a miss. I'm like, bro, like, how? How? Gyarados, like, we use an X speed on you, and you're going to let us down by landing a miss? And then that Swampert is going to destroy us. And then the Hydro Vortex is going to be able to get the knockout. Thank you for not landing the Muddy Water Feeny. So we're going to be able to get rid of Feeny. And then, oof, you know, confusion. Not doing us any favors here, so we're going to be able to jump over. We got kind of double Gyarados on the gold duty here. So we're going to go with another X speed. Hopefully they land purple and we can land gold. Feels bad. Waterfall against waterfall. Damage does not matter. Shifts in to the Dragon Dance, so kind of just hoping to get a good roll here, and that was a pretty awesome roll. That's what I was going for. We were trying to attack, get that water jump so we could kind of, because we both jump over, so I wasn't going to get surrounded, and I was able to get that surround. And then, yeah, he goes Mega, covers up the goal, able to defend. And so I'm going to max revive, come right back out. Crawdaunt, going to be a little bit of extra backup. So, yeah, man, pretty fun matchup so far. And Crawdaunt's also a dark type, so by using this Z move, it's going to be able to decrease my Z gauge, my Z juice. I'm going to lose it. Not all of it, but a good chunk of it. Good chunk of it. Yeah. Only down to about a quarter bar now. So, gonna play the Bright Powder here. Not really the best of plays, to be honest. But I get the Pony Wish. And I choose to get rid of one of his Gyarados. So now all we got to do is kind of get a good roll here. We get the Hurricane into the Guillotine. And that is going to be GG. So GG to Envy. Definitely I got some pretty lucky rolls there. It could have went a lot better for him. But I just wanted to show that and show some love to the End Guild member. But that is going to wrap it up for the gameplay and battles. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, definitely leave a like. We come in 132nd. But I want to show you this. I actually got up to 2081, right, at 27 wins. I got up to 32 wins, but it didn't give me credit for that, and I'll show you that here a little bit later when we check the rankings, but I finally get that mask. So look, I only get credit for 2069, coming in 132nd, which is pretty good for, what did we play, 37 matches. We went 32-5, so I should have been somewhere up here. Oh, look, there's Envy actually. Yeah, 117. So I should have been able to beat Envy by 1 point, but for some reason I didn't get credit for it. And then OSR, you know, coming in first, no surprise, top 2 spots, End Guild claim. So shout out End Guild, OSR. Now he's got a different deck than what he was running, but he was running the same triple Gyarados deck that I'm running right here. So we have a couple of boosters to open. This was the final run where I had a 4-win. Yeah, so 32 wins out of 37 matches, so 32-5, like an 86% win ratio, pretty awesome. Now we're up to 125 trophies, but I should have a lot more, dude. I've missed so many 30-win trophies and, you know, top 100 or top 300 trophies. But check out some of these top masks. These are the newest masks, up to 207 trophies, kind of like a gear and like a cog. 201, that looks pretty cool. Like there's some pretty awesome masks up top there, but yeah, we're 1,177 out of 1,638 total. Highest streak, or highest place was like 38th. But this was the 9 streak, dude, when we lost to that waterfall cheese. That felt bad. So wasn't able to get the Invincible trophy this gym, but kind of makes sense because I haven't been playing that much, so just haven't been able to knock the rust off. I haven't played enough to kind of get back into like being on top of my game, like, you know, at the top of my game, like where I was maybe like 8 months ago playing. I felt like I just knew everything about it, but the game's a lot more complicated now, especially with the Z moves. Just so much to consider in every move and like what decks to use. There's so many counters. But we didn't get anything good from the boosters, but we ranked up pretty good. We had a ton of fun, which is like the most important. You know, you want to have a ton of fun when you're playing this game, and I definitely had a lot of fun in this Gym Cup using this deck. I mean, it's just so good, man. 3 EX Gyarados, they can move through figures, you know, even in League. Like, I kind of want to try them in League, because the fact that you can banish Pokemon temporarily and then they go to the PC, like they don't return to the bench to be able to move off back onto the field, like they go to the PC. So that's pretty devastating. With an X speed's pretty good. Hurricane's really nice. So and the fact that you can also run a Mega, The Mega's not that good, you know, because it's a welfare figure, you know, given for free. But yo, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Even though the gym's over, the battles, I hope it was still fun for you guys. So if it was, leave a like, and if you're new, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you always catch my new uploads. Follow me on Twitter for KDub175 for further discussions, and until the next one, later guys.